Have you ever been in a professional situation where you're having a conversation with someone and it turns heated? Perhaps it's a disagreement in terms of ideas and disagreement in terms of the direction that either party wants to go, or perhaps it's just a general misunderstanding. Either way, emotions get high and it becomes very, very difficult for the conversation to continue forward. And perhaps you've done what many people do, is where they step away from the conversation and they revisit with the hopes of emotions coming down, and then perhaps a more relaxed and calm conversation can be had. The challenge is that that doesn't always work. Sometimes there's just too much emotional connection to the message that's being delivered, to the communication that's happening. In these types of situations, I challenge you to consider doing the following. Change the medium of communication. Change the medium of communication. So an example would be to, instead of planning on having a face-to-face conversation and resolving something face-to-face, instead switch it to an email. Switch the message to an email. Tell the individual, you know what, Steve, we're not going to be able to come to a resolution to this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you an email, and then after you have a chance to digest the email, perhaps we can have a conversation after that. And what this does is that when you write an email, it allows you to effectively structure your message in a way that's much more effective and easy for the other person to understand. Because when you're having a conversation, sometimes it's hard to structure things logically. You're just kind of throwing information out as it comes to your head. The second thing is that it gets rid of a lot of the emotion, because you write it in a more calm situation, and you can essentially edit out a lot of the comments and things that you're making that are more personal in nature, which can elicit emotion. And number three, the other person can read it and reread it whenever they need to, and as many times as they need to, so they truly understand where you're coming from. So the next time you get into a challenging conversation and it just doesn't seem to be able to resolve itself, whether you have the conversation or you walk away, change the medium to an email. If you're interested in enhancing your communication skills or that of your teams, I'd be happy to help. Contact me at john@johngodoy.com or visit my website at www.johngodoy.com, and let's start a conversation.